Good morning. Today we are headed to Oxford.
Yeah. Fancy up in here.
Getting fancy up in here. Yeah, we're all very tired though. So
love a nap.
We're going to Oxford. To Oxford, and it's slightly chilly. Not too bad. It's not too bad, but it's slightly chilly. But we made it to Oxford. Yay!
Let's go.
Prevents that a little bit because it's quite slippy.
Hello. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time before our tour starts, about an hour. We dropped off our luggage, about half an hour. We're gonna go check out a couple stores. There's one here that's Harry Potter. We're gonna go do that. We're heading to a stationery store right now. We just got done from the Harry Potter store. I got a little Hogwarts house pin. So here we go. It started to rain a little bit. Hopefully,
it's misting.
Hopefully it clears up before the tour because we've got our bags. But yeah, so our tour is about to begin. I love that. So yeah, our tour is about to begin.
A 2-hour walking tour.
A 2-hour walking tour of Oxford. But we're not gonna go, we were gonna go to Blenheim Castle, but it's starting to rain. Well, it just stopped raining, but it is kind of cold and overcast and stuff. And
Plus it's gonna be like 3 o'clock by the time we're at the room and settled.
Yeah, and we gotta get to our room, check in, get settled, get showers, and then we're going to like a pub for dinner. So, I mean, there will be stuff to do today. We'll be done the day by like 7. But we're not going to want to go out to a great house. That's how far away?
It's like half an hour.
It's like a half
at 5.
Yeah, so we're not going to make it, which is fine. Guys, this is Maeve. She's a little mauve pigeon, and she's beautiful. Things we have learned. One college is a rival of another college. They have tortoise races, and one college stole the other college's tortoise. Allegedly stole the other college's tortoise. The first college, they lost their tortoise. The second college, surprisingly, just got a tortoise that resembles the first tortoise. I mean, you do you. Okay, so the building back behind me was used in Harry Potter, the infirmary and the restricted section of the library were both filmed in this building. Yeah, and at some point we are going to go to the Great Hall where they ate.
Bethany's just wandering.
Yeah, Bethany's just wandering, taking pictures of everything. So this is the Bridge of Sighs. It's a copy of the Bridge of Sighs in Venice, which was used to basically walk prisoners across it so that they could get one last view of Venice. All of this knowledge is from Bethany. I have no idea. Yeah. So obviously no one is dying on this bridge, but it's cool. We're on cobblestone, which is great for my feet. Our tour guide is actually doing a really great job. Everything's very interesting, and we're learning a lot.
Converse and cobblestone.
Converse and cobblestone, not a good match. Bethany is having a field day with the photography. Oh, look, Beth, to your left.
Undergraduate ones, there aren't as many of those, and then some of them are just like postgrad colleges. A little bit further out, they might have like a specialty.
All they put was this is.
Both academics here in Oxford during the middle of the 20th century. Now C.S. Lewis came to worship on a daily basis at the University Church. He would pass going through those doors every morning, and he would.
Okay, so this lamppost is literally the actual one that inspired C.S. Lewis. Also, these are Mr. Tumnus inspired fawns, and that's an Aslan inspired door. This is Christ Church. So Christ Church has a bell that rings on the hour, and then at 9:05 it rings 101 times, because there was 101 students at the time. But before they did the railroads and put everybody on the same time zone, each place had their own time zone that was like 5 or so minutes different. And when they built the railroads and put everything on London time, Christ Church did not want that, so it is its own separate little time area. So we're 5 minutes behind everybody right now. That's literally a block away. It's just so pretty. And like, look at the lawns over there. It's just so pretty. Okay, so this is Christ Church Hall, basically, and they used the staircase in Harry Potter. And the dining hall was not filmed here, but it was modeled very closely after this one and after another college further down. But it wasn't filmed in location here.
During the middle of the 19th century, we have an academic here in Oxford called Charles Dodgson. You may know him by his pen name Lewis Carroll. Now there's also a young girl here called Alice Liddell. She's the daughter of the Dean of Christ Church, and on a hot summer's day they go for a lovely boat trip with Alice's mother and her 2 sisters. Now Lewis Carroll tells the women a lovely story. He calls this Alice's Adventures Underground, and it's all about Alice. She absolutely loves it, and at the end of the boat trip she asks Lewis Carroll to write it all down. Now he's not quite so sure about this. He's an academic. He doesn't really like children, but he agrees to do it. He can't say no to Alice, so he agrees to do this, and then it takes him 2 years. The story doubles in length, and he renames it Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Now, as we know, this is a worldwide success. It's enormously popular. One of the people who enjoyed this a lot was Queen Victoria. Now, she wasn't known for being a particularly happy person, but she did love Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, so she wrote personally to Lewis Carroll, saying how much she'd enjoyed it, how her children all absolutely loved Alice, and the next book that he wrote, she'd like him to send her a personalised copy, a nice accompanying letter, and she wanted it before everyone else got it as well. Now, Charles Dodgson, Lewis Carroll, he was quite a witty man, and of course, as an academic, his next book wasn't a children's book, but it was actually on advanced mathematics. So he did what he was told. He sent Queen Victoria his next book on advanced mathematics. Lovely accompanying letter, personalised copy. She got it 2 weeks before everyone else as well. Now, she wasn't very impressed, and she allegedly wrote back saying, "We are not amused," which I thought was a good response. So, enormously successful book. Queen Victoria had lots of children. One of them was Leopold, who was a haemophiliac. Anyway, he came to study at Oxford. When Alice was a bit older, the two met. They fell madly in love. It was very sad though, they were forced apart because Alice was from a very wealthy family, but she wasn't from a royal family. Queen Victoria insisted that her children must marry members of European royal families, so they were forced apart. But Alice did go and marry someone else. She had a son, and they named him Leopold. Leopold went away, he had a daughter, and he named her Jacqueline. which is a bit hard. No, it was Alex. Don't worry. Yeah. That joke went down better now than it did earlier, actually. So thank you for that. Yeah. Okay, so and that was very much, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland was very much inspired by Christchurch Meadow. You've got the lovely rivers, so we've got the Isis, which is what we call the Thames, as well as the Cherwell, all around the spot where we are now. So let's just retrace our steps, and we're going to wander. So we're down here at Merton. Now Merton, like Balliol, is one of the 3 colleges that claims to be the oldest college. So University College, just down to our left there, that claims 1249. Balliol claims 1263, Merton claims 1264. The reason that Merton justifies this being the oldest college is it claims to be the oldest college as we know it today. So it was the first college to be governed by a set of statutes. It had this form of constitution where the academics self-govern the college. Hey guys, just come this side of me, so that this is through. Thank you. Now, the college has a couple of reputations. So the first is for its academics. So it's a very academic college. It has very rigorous standards. We have a thing called the Norrington tables here in Oxford, which ranks colleges by the number of firsts and 2 1s that they get. And Merton's almost always right at the top. It is said this is the college where fun goes to die, so it has this reputation. Now the other thing it's known for is for its food. So there was a Japanese prince who came to the college, I wonder how he got in the 1970s. He was not very impressed by the standard of catering, as you can imagine, so he left some money and they used this money to fund better kitchens. So they actually have a Michelin star chef at the college, cooks for the students. So if you come to Oxford, it's a good idea to become friends with someone at Merton. You might get invited to a formal dinner here at the college. This is a great way to do it. Now we've got Merton Chapel on the road here. So it's quite an attractive chapel, it's quite large. It's home to one of the better choirs in Oxford. Now you may have noticed as we walk past, we'll go back up Magpie Lane in a second, so you can see the very unusual shape of this building. Most chapel buildings and churches you'd expect to be in the shape of a crucifix, but Merton Chapel's actually in a T shape like that from where we are on the road. Now the reason for this is quite an amusing one. So the academics decided that they needed to fund the building of a new chapel for some worship. So they got some money together, they began the building, they got most of the way through. They actually ran out of money, so they had to find a solution. So
So the tour is over. It was really cool. Right now we are heading to our hotel to check in, and then we're going to dinner at a little pub called the Eagle and the Child, which is where J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, and Lewis Carroll all got together and, you know, hung out. So that's going to be really cool to see. We made it to our hotel, and it's...
hotel, dorm room.
Dorm room. It's literally an actual dorm room. But it's really old-fashioned and cute looking, like the beams are still out on the ceiling and everything, and there's no outlets
So far.
that we've found. But we are resting for like a half hour or so. We've already demolished about half a bag of cookies, half a gallon bag of cookies. Need to clarify that. A lot of cookies have just been eaten because we may or may not have not eaten today. We had some biscuits in the morning, and that's about it. So we're running on adrenaline and fear at this point.
Pure determination.
Good old English spirit. It's driving us a bit delusional. I had an espresso this morning. It's the only thing keeping me going. But yeah, we're gonna rest up and then head out to the pub, eat, and then I'm gonna try and convince them to do a little, like a half an hour's worth, little bitty bit of shopping, because this Oxford is where J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, and Lewis Carroll, 3 of my favorite authors, where they all went to school, and some of the shops have some stuff for them. We've only seen stuff for Lewis Carroll, like Alice in Wonderland, but I really want to look and see if I can find stuff for the rest of them, because that would be just amazing. But yeah, that's what's happening at the moment. So we're out again. We are going to the Eagle and Child for dinner, and it's finally, you can't really see it that way, but that way there's some blue sky, so that's nice. And it's not super wet. It's a little bit of sprinkles happening at the moment, but it's all good.
Because I went there on Tuesday and it was cut in that big Tom car.
You want to put your ice in?
Alright, we just got done eating at the Eagle and Child. Did you guys like it?
It was really good.
Yeah. Now I'm just forcing them to do a tiny little bit of shopping, and then we're gonna go back to our room and get some sleep. It's raining! It's raining! Like, it's actually raining now. I did get an adorable little bronzy metal London Bridge for a souvenir, so I'm very happy with that. But we're going back. There's a possibility we're gonna stop for more ice cream, but tired. So we're gonna do that first. There's a rainbow. We stopped and got ice cream. I have got a blueberry lemonade one that is oh so good.
Oh, that's awful.
What'd you guys get?
Avocado and honey. Oh, it just tastes like lettuce. But like
It's pretty good.
A good lettuce. I don't know.
Yeah, I tried that one. That's pretty good.
I got hazelnut. It just tastes like Nutella.
They're really nice flavors, actually. They're very bold, strong ice cream flavors. We're back at our it's not even a hotel room, a dormitory room. It's really nice out and sunny. Not necessarily warm, but it's not raining anymore. But yeah, we're tired. We're getting a early night. That's all that's happening today. So that's been Oxford. Tomorrow we're going to go check out some of the big houses and the great houses. So that should be really fun. So goodbye for today.